Hey crafty friends, it's Melissa back. I had a request from a subscriber on my channel. She had seen the project share I did with this butterfly mini album from Scrapdivadesigns, and she said that she had ordered the dies and she would really like to see a tutorial on putting it together before she got her set, so she just have a little guide. So I said no problem. You know, it's really easy to put together, but I don't mind doing it, and I've been wanting to make another one of these albums anyway. Actually, I need to make 2 more, so today we're going to make one together. So what I used for this tutorial, I'm sorry, for this project and in this tutorial, is this butterfly mini album set from Scrapdivadesigns.com. You get the big album itself, you get the wings, the layering piece, the body. Then you get a smaller butterfly with the layering pieces in the body. And then this little square piece with the layering piece, that is your spine for your album. And what I mean by that is that little square piece in the middle underneath the body. And I'll show you that when we get to putting it together. I also am going to use in my project, which you don't have to because this is purely decoration and you can decorate yours any way you want. I'm using the double looped bows from scrapdivadesigns.com. I do not know if these are in stock, but they're very popular. So if they're not in stock, just keep an eye out. She'll get them back in her shop. And I'm also using this new set that she has, or a fairly new set. And you get 4 butterflies and you can layer them on top of each other. You can make them into sort of bows if you want to. They come with little centers and then they have the bodies. So that's what I'm using today. Also, I'm going to be using my absolute favorite collection so far this year. And that is the Pink Fresh, and I know you can't see this, guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to try to get as much of it in frame as possible. This is the Pink Fresh Happy Heart collection, and I bought all the components. Actually, I bought multiples of all the components because I absolutely love this paper collection. It's so soft and beautiful and springy, and I need to order some more of these 6x6 paper pads because I'm getting low now. But anyway, that is what I am using today. So to start with, and you guys, I don't have my glue gun over here in my filming area, so I'm going to be using wet glue, which I use wet glue 99% of the time anyway because I want my projects to withstand time and stay together, especially when you're doing something like this, which is an album that you're going to be gifting. And I'm going to be gifting 3 of these, so I want to make sure that they stay together. So to start with, what I did was I cut, let me get the die set back out again. Okay. What I did was I cut to begin with. I went ahead and I cut 8 each of these 2 outer pieces, which are what you're going to attach to. So I cut those in the desired color that I wanted for my album. And then I cut of these layering pieces, I cut 16 with my decorative paper because you're going to be layering these wings on the front and the back. I also cut, in mine, I cut the body. I cut it twice because I cut it once out of the glitter paper and then once out of regular cardstock just to give it some stability. I also cut the spine, which is this plain little square piece, and I cut it twice and put it together just again for stabilities, and then I cut the layering piece to go on top, which is this piece here. So this is what you'll have when you're all said and done. I've got my spine piece, my body, and then I have 8 pieces of the wings, the opposite, 4 of each opposite, layered both front and back. So that's what we have. So you need to decide, and fairly easy for me because I love all this paper, you need to decide which one is going to be your cover. So today I'm going to be using this beautiful floral one as my cover just because I think it's super eye-catching and the colors are beautiful. So this is, I mean, it's simple, guys. Really, really simple. So really all you're doing to begin with is you're going to take, and I'm going to show you from this side. Okay. You can't really tell because in this one, I covered up the centers where I overlapped them, and I didn't do that today. I probably will later on. But you're simply just sandwiching them. So for instance, I'm going to take this one. We're going to put a little glue on it. Oops. I really need a new tip for my glue bottle, guys. So literally, I'm just putting glue on it up to that little fold piece. There's a little line. You'll see it. I go ahead and put my glue on both. It gives it a minute to get good and tacky so it's not quite slippy and slidey. And literally, let me see. Let me bring you guys down a little further. And pardon my hands, you guys. I know I tell you that all the time, but like literally, I have farm animals and I work outside all the time, and I used to have pretty hands, but that is just not in the cards for me these days. And you're literally going to go up to that score line where it folds in. See how it folds? And you're just going to attach that piece. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just lining it up. Another reason I like to use wet glue is because it does give me a little wiggle space. But if you're one of those people that like things to come together quickly, you might want to use score tape, or some people like to use hot glue. I'm not much on using hot glue for projects like these. So I think I got everything lined up pretty good. And we're going to move on putting our other pages in. So at this point, this is how your inside should look. Now, all you want to do is continue to alternate these pages. So I'm going to say, sorry guys, do I have two of the same? I gotta make sure I have the two same, that they open up correctly. So I line these up like this, and that's just how I'm going to do mine. And like I said, you can do yours any way you want, and you're just simply going to line up, literally line up right next to that other one. And I promise you, they're going to go in perfect. So let me go ahead and put glue on this back one. I'm going to try to make this quick so we're not, I know you guys have better things to do. So I'm going to line up. Oops. There we go. I think that's pretty good. Just press down. Get a good stick. There we go. Let me do this. Trying to remember if I overlapped these. Let's hope I don't do this wrong. I guess we'll find out in the end. Some of these are going to be mixed matched, and I think it's my fault because you may want to put your pages in first for this reason. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, they're going to be mixed matched. That's okay. I don't mind that. Okay. And then we're just going to keep... Okay, so I didn't think this through, but what you would really want to do is maybe layer your pages after you have them glued in, just so that you know what's opposite of what, or at least coordinate them better before you put them in there, because I absolutely did not do that. So again, just keep putting them in there. Just butt right up next to that other spine. Sorry guys. And press in, flip out. Do the same on the other side. Oops. I gotta make sure. It's hard for me to see because I'm trying to look at the camera and I'm trying to look under it so that I can see what I got going on here. And as you can tell, I got this one a little wonky, guys, and that's my fault. Sorry. And you're just gonna put them in. Literally, you're just butting them up next to each other. It's not hard at all. Let me just line that up. And then when you get to the middle, you'll probably have to do it like I'm doing. You don't have to. You could keep going all in the same direction. I think that's what I've done on the other one, but like I said, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go in and cover all of the spine connectors up anyway, because that's just how I want mine done. So, sorry, I know I keep getting out of frame. I just want to show you the basics of putting this together. So, I can't tell if I'm lining it up. Like I said, this is just a basic tutorial, you guys. You'll probably do better than me on this one. And then I'm going to put a piece in the middle to finish. I'm going to put a piece in between each one like I did on these. And I'm just to cover up those little connectors because I don't want to see them. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back in and do that later. So after you get your book, literally, this is it. How fast was that, right? So I open mine up to the middle. Lay it down. Give it a good press. Now let's go ahead and put our body on. I'm going to put a good dollop of glue right in the center and maybe go up to the edges on this piece. And then just line her up. I'm going to try to, the way I did it was I just rested her head right above that line on the square and just try to make sure that I had her kind of centered. Pressed in. Now, here are some bobs. You don't absolutely decorate however you want to decorate. I thought I would show you a little bit about how I did this one. Using a few different elements, but basically the same. So, I went ahead and I made another butterfly using those, again, double butterflies. And I just layered them up. And then I had this little glittery sort of applique heart that I had gotten from AliExpress. And I just layered that in the middle. So, I think... let's go ahead and do our flowers, just so I know where I want to put that butterfly. Actually, let's go ahead and put this little bow on because I absolutely adore this bow. And how cute is this bow on that little butterfly's neck? Like, hello, adorbs. So, just put it. You might want to use hot glue for this. Like I said, to me, this is Barely Arts glue that I'm using, and Barely Arts glue, it's, first of all, it's phenomenal, but second of all, it does dry, or it grabs pretty fast. So I'm going to let that just sit there while we decorate the rest of it. So let's see, let's get out our little, I picked these pieces from the ephemera kit. I actually had this in my stash, and I thought I would use it, but I don't see where I'm going to be able to put it. I mean, I could if I wasn't going to use this butterfly, but I love these butterflies so much, and I'm putting them on everything. So I think we won't use that one. But let's go ahead and glue. Hot glue would probably be better for this because it'll catch fast. But let's go ahead and glue our little pieces. Yeah, my bow's still wanting to move. I'm going to go ahead and glue. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and glue these ephemera pieces down. Like that. This piece, I went ahead and put a piece of foam tape on the back because I want to pop it up a little bit. This is a new beginning, and the reason I chose this is because I think this is perfect for a baby album, and that is what this is going to be for me. So that's going to go there like that. I did put a foam adhesive thing on the back of the butterfly one too, just to give it a little dimension. And again, it would probably be better if you use hot glue for this, but I don't have a hot glue gun over here, so we're just gonna roll with it. Like I said, this glue will dry down very well. I'm gonna just kind of nestle these together. Okay. Yes. Okay. And then we're going to add our beautiful butterfly. Now, obviously, I'm not going to decorate all the inside pages. And that's going to be, I think, a thing up to you. If you want to give this as a gift, then you might want to let your person, you might give them, you know, some of the paper collection or something to decorate the inside. Or you could go ahead and do it yourself. But this is what we have. This is what I'm finished with, and I know that my bow is not stuck yet, y'all. I think it's just the glitter paper that's kind of giving me a fit. But like, how easy is that? It went together so quickly and so easily. And this is very reminiscent of this one. That's the original one. And I'm out of this paper. Oh my gosh, this is my favorite in the whole collection. I actually have some of the 12 by 12. I'm not out, but I still think that this background is gorgeous. And so here's what we got, what we came up with, guys. See, not bad at all. Doesn't take time at all, even to decorate. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you at the request of a viewer, and let you know that this is probably the easiest mini album I have ever put together, and it is so impactful, so beautiful, and any paper collection is going to do it justice. So anyway, until next time, guys, happy crafting.